Hey, you guys. So I just got finished watching some interviews with people from Marjorie Taylor Greene district. She's Georgia 14. And they said that they were in disbelief. They were very shocked that she decided to resign from Congress. Now, I would have thought that she would have communicated the fact that she was leaving Congress to her constituents, to people she actually represent, and it leads me to believe that this was a very abrupt decision because she didn't get the opportunity to kind of communicate that she decided to leave and she was going to step down or resign to the people that she served. Remember, our House members, our senators, people in our Congress, people in the government, period, works for the American people. And our House members work for the people in their district. So it's kind of alarming to me that she didn't communicate to her district that she was planning to resign. And like I said, it leads me to believe that this was done very abruptly. I was watching Jake Tapper interview Jasmine Crockett. You guys know I love Jasmine Crockett. And Jasmine Crockett was basically saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you've been on the opposite side of Trump for 1 week and you can't stand the pressure. You can't stand the heat. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been one of the most combative, confrontational, contentious lawmakers we've ever had. And the second it happens to her, she bails. I'm not ever going to advocate for violence or anything like that, but it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene, you were one of the people that were a proponent for this behavior. Like you literally was like this extremely aggressive, argumentative, kind of mean person. And now Donald Trump says a couple of bad things to you, which of course things that he should not have said. He shouldn't have been calling her Marjorie Taylor Greene just because she wanted the files to be released. But you're on the opposite side of Trump for 1 week and you're bailing on your people. Furthermore, you know another thing that's bothering me, to be extremely honest, it sucks that she bailed on her constituents. It sucks that she bailed on the people in Georgia 14. But you know what else is kind of like alarming to me and is standing out to me? She told the Epstein victims, E-Man's victims, she told them that she'll be there for them and that she will read the names on the House floor because we know that they're going to try to play with this, like the release of these files. They're probably going to redact a lot of things. They're probably going to take allegedly. But I am not convinced that we're going to see these files and we're not going to see them in totality. So Marjorie Taylor Greene actually told the victims that she will be there for them. She will read the names on the House floor. It's like, Trump gets upset with you. You're on the opposite side of Trump for 1 week and you just bail on everything. You bail on your district. You bail on E-Man's victims. So my thing is, and this is coming from a person, she is a person that she's somewhat responsible for the divisiveness and the division in our politics. She was a very divisive figure. And so you can't stand the heat for 1 week. 1 week you have Donald Trump calling you out and basically calling you a traitor. And you've sat and watched how horrific he was to everyone else, especially people on the Democratic side. But he goes after Republicans as well. You watched it, you advocated, you pushed for that. You were okay with it until it happened to you. Until it happened to you. And see, that is my problem. My problem is that's the reason I never subscribe to treat people how you want to be treated. People don't care how you want to be treated. You treat people how they treat you. Because she was okay with it happening to Jasmine Crockett, AOC. She was okay with it happening to them. She didn't find anything wrong with that behavior when it was happening to people she deemed her opponents. But the second it happens to her, you're out. You're going to bail on your district. You're going to bail on the victims of E-Man. You're going to bail on everybody because what you're concerned about your peace. But nobody else was at peace. Nobody else was receiving peace and you were okay with that. This is what happens when you make a deal with the, I ain't gonna even finish it. And I've already made a video. There's basically there's reporting that there's going to be a lot of GOP House resignations, a lot of them. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to happen before November. People are speculating that these resignations are going to happen before next November, because next November, of course, is when we will vote in the midterms. And Marjorie Taylor Greene kind of alluded to that too during her resignation video. She basically said that the Democrats were going to take the House. And so you knew what was coming. You stepped down because I believe she has larger political aspirations. I believe she wants to be a governor or a senator. But I believe Trump going against her really did a number on her. And I can understand why that would do a number on her. I just cannot understand why she was okay with it and actually advocating for it when it was happening to other people. So, unfortunately, her district was blindsided. I'm sure if her district was blindsided, that E-Man's victims were blindsided, and she decided to throw the deuces and say, I'm out of here. Regardless, not taking into consideration the work. And that's the reason why Jasmine Crockett and AOC will always give my highest honor and highest regards. Do you know how long they've been antagonized by Trump and his administration and his sycophants? For years. And these people still stayed and fought. Marjorie Taylor Greene, 1 week, she I'm out of here. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you guys. I was going to show you guys clips, but I want to be respectful to even though they were on the news, but I was going to bring you clips of the people that were actually speaking, saying, one guy said he knew Marjorie Taylor Greene personally. He said he believed that the unaliving of Charlie Kirk really had a profound effect on her. And it's that, I understand that. But I'm thinking to myself, Marjorie Taylor Greene, what were you thinking all the other times? Was it okay because it was happening to left-leaning people? Remember what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband? That didn't shock you and startle you and make you believe I probably should stop with this divisiveness? None of that stopped you? I find it unacceptable, if I'm being extremely honest. I'm not saying that anybody deserves to be antagonized or treated poorly, or for the president of the United States to call him a traitor. I'm pretty sure that's a really horrible thing. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, you were one of his biggest advocates, supporters, proponents. You were one of his biggest supporters when he was this horrific to other people. And you were okay with it because it wasn't you. And it wasn't people that you cared about. Now that it's you, and obviously somebody that you cared about, now you're out. Hopefully she's doing a lot of self-reflection. Hopefully she'll become a much better person. And hopefully she see the error in her ways. You guys like, comment, and subscribe, and have a phenomenal Tuesday. Bye, you guys.